Stream element spot running elements OK.
What up?
He said it himself. Yeah, he said it himself.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That shit was funny.
Hell no. Right. And that wall shit, yo, that.
Right? Rich people do it. They call it cute.
See if you're going to jail. Hell yeah.
Oh, 100%. But
That's
it's
not true
yeah, no,
either.
it's called hush money. Yeah, shit's called hush money.
Man, listen, he's publicly open with that shit, dog. Yo, he's publicly open with that racist shit. Hmm. Dog, I knew he was a piece of shit, dog, back in the day when he tried to get them kids the death penalty, dog. Them kids in New York. Kids, little 14-year-old kids, he was trying to get them the death penalty, bro. Like, come on, are you serious? And then it turns out that them kids was innocent. They didn't even do the crime, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I can't fuck with Trump, dog, at all. Definitely do that, bro. Yeah, definitely do that.
I don't know if it's just me, but Miz is getting super choppy.
Yeah, it's Miz.
Okay. I was gonna say, cause I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing some vital bits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's a salesman. All right.
Whatever, man.
I don't know. Just me on a personal level. I could never vote for a guy who was on the WWE. That was on the WWE. That's just me, though.
I was living in the West Wing while you was professional wrestling. Yeah, if y'all ain't seen that, shit's funny as hell, yo. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, epic rap battles of history, dog. That shit's funny as hell.
You destroyed that man's political views, yo. Yeah, he dipped out the second he got proved wrong. Yeah, not an informed decision. Yeah. Mm, logical. Dopey. Money, money creates in all of our society, no matter what region you're in, money always creates a power vacuum where the have-nots will attract to the haves. It doesn't matter if they're right or wrong. They will just, in hopes of getting something from them, they will cling to it. And I think that's what a lot of it, because I've seen a lot of people who still back it. And they're like, no, he this, he that. No, he fucking didn't. He made it look like he did. He publicly might have said he fucking did, but look at the fucking, look, you show me some proof. Show me some documentation. Show me some life that was positively changed by anything he's done. I mean, like when everybody was flipping out about the tariffs that he was putting on people, he's like, oh, he's tariffing the shit out of other countries. Yeah, but that means it comes out of our fucking pocket, not his, not the other countries. It comes out of our fucking pocket. The tariffs, all the trading shit that he did, the shit comes out of like small farmers and shit like that. It winds up being them who paid that, who float that fucking note, not him, not the other country, us.
Yeah, like I was telling, you know what I'm saying, what I was saying earlier though, you know what I'm saying, Trump has did some good shit, but his bad stuff outweighs his good, dog.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The lesser of two evils is still evil.
Right. One thing, all right. The hold on.
Obama started. Yep.
What was you talking about? Oh, I was gonna say one of the good things he did though was made it so you can pray in school again. Oh shit. Why ain't that good? Why ain't that good? No. No,
Not
yeah, see, you're
forced. Not
bugging.
forced. Just optional.
Not, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not forced. It's optional. Before they were saying that you couldn't pray in public schools, dog, at all. You know what I'm saying? That goes like directly against people's, freedom of
Values.
religion, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because some
So,
religions they have to before they eat in certain times of the day.
yeah, but see, yo, Miz,
But it's the
yo,
option of though.
it's the option. That's what I'm saying. Like if you was in school, if you was a religious person, right, and you was in school and you felt like, you know what I'm saying, you wanted to pray to your God, for support or whatever to help you get through this test. You know what I'm saying? And you sat there quietly at your desk and you prayed. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Before, like, if you did that shit, like, you would get in trouble. You know what I mean? Because it was not allowed to pray in fucking school, dog. Like, that shit, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a good thing he did. Well, yeah. Yeah, but that's the, you know what I'm saying? But that's the whole, ain't that the whole job? Ain't that the whole job of our government, though? Is to, you know what I'm saying?
Protect our
Back
civil
our fucking
rights.
rights?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shit, I ain't giving him no props either. He's still a piece of shit, but he has, like, I'm just saying, like, he has done decent, good shit. You know what I mean? You can't just say he's, like, fucking, like, bad all the way around, yo. That's the only one thing that I know of. You know what I mean? Like I can't speak on nothing else because I don't know nothing else. Ah, mm-hmm. What's that? Fuck does that mean? Alright.
Not a man's world anymore either.
I tell yo, I say that to racist people, yo.
In- Indians.
Yeah, I say that shit to racist people that say stupid shit like go back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like go back to Europe then. I mean, I never thought about it like that, yo. And when you say it, when you say it like that, it does put it in more perspective, yo. Like, but it's true though, you know what I mean? It's true. Like everybody's immigrants. That's why I was so like, come on, bro. But trying to build the wall and shit. I'm like, really?
Yeah, all those people are doing is the same thing as
I'm,
everybody else did. They just want fucking freedom.
yeah, exactly, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like this country was built off of immigrants. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I didn't I didn't think about this till he said that just now, but like Ireland and a potato famine, like just I'm like I'm Irish and that just sounds like Irish went, uh-oh, we're gonna run out of alcohol soon.
Alcohol. I was
Load up the
thinking that
boat with
shit
what
too.
rum we got left and let's float the fuck over
Oh
there.
shit.
We'll be sober by the
Yeah, I
time we
was.
get there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that shit too. I'm like, damn, the potato famine, huh? They was gonna run out of liquor, yo.
Yeah.
Come here. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Hopi.
Permanent visitor. I like that. What kills me about all those people that think that the Mayflower was the only one. Like that's what kills me when people say shit like "make this country great again," and all I can ever think is like, when when were we ever great? Like we showed up here and took like we're fucking land pirates. Like the Mayflower might have been the first one, and it might have been the good one or whatever, who wanted uh, freedom of fucking religion or whatever, the prayer and whatever fucking thing they wanted and shit. But then, right after that fucking happened, Europe sent 20 other ships right behind them that were from their prisons. Their prison system was overflowing with people of that same problem. They sent 20 fucking ships behind it. That means of 21 ships, only one of them was fucking good. The rest of them were fucking pirates, criminals, and thieves, and so on that they just dumped on us. So I'm like, when were we ever good? You know what I mean? It's just like you said. They do something fucked up and then they lie to themselves and pretend like it's theirs or pretend like they're doing the right thing. And it's like in Trump's head. I bet Trump thinks he's a good guy, even though he's
They
crazy
all,
as fuck. He probably thinks he's a good guy.
yeah, they all do. That's what I'm saying. Like crazy people,
Oh
mental
yeah,
people, they think everybody else is mental and crazy, yo, and they the one that's
mm,
sane.
right. Didn't he get into some shit about that not too long ago? Hmm. He said it like he don't live here. He's a sovereign citizen.
Yo, the funny thing is, yo, is that Trump is definitely a one-term president, but he's gonna serve two.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
think
think he'll
so,
steal it
yo.
again. He didn't win it the first time, and he stole it.
That's what I'm saying. And it's gonna go down the same way fucking it went down with Bush, dog.
Hmm.
Bush was a one-term president too, yo, and he served two.
I think they ought to change the rules on the shit. In my opinion, I think they ought to have to go through a psychological evaluation and a fucking IQ test before you can run for any kind of political fucking office. Like you have to be grounded and intelligent. Because the problem behind it is, so long as the percentage of intelligent people is outweighed by the fucking retards, for lack of a better term, we're not gonna win. We can't win. So long as we're doing this shit on a vote-based system and the unintelligent people outweigh the intelligent people, we can't win. Despite what's right or wrong, or what's, smart versus dumb, we can't. Yeah, a numbers thing. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Smarties. I wish I would have used that one. Even still, like the dummy, it never changes until it hits the dummy's home. You know what I mean? When it hits something that they can relate to, when it directly affects them somehow, then they'll give a fuck. And they'll be like, oh yeah, that's a better idea. But if you warn them about it ahead of time, they won't listen until it directly affects them. Oh yeah, yeah, I watch that from time to time. He's baiting them. Uninformed. Hmm. Well, yeah, Trump was the fucking superhero of the '80s, man. So all people of that age, they still, it's like time didn't move for them. He was a villain back then. It was just easier to hide it. Yeah, I can't do it. Shit driving me crazy. I can't fuck with the news too much. I can, like, maybe once a month I could check in just so I can keep up with what's going on in the world. But I can't watch it like every day. Shit drive me crazy. If I watch 5 minutes of the news, I'm ranting for fucking 20 minutes about how fucking stupid people are and how they're just buying this shit. How this is, it drives me nuts, man. Because like if I start, I can't stop thinking about it. It hurts me to realize how stupid people are. That's bullshit. That's another one of those positions I think ought to have an IQ test. I don't think you should be allowed to teach other people unless you can pass a fucking psychological test in them. What?
No.
Right? For being falsely accused of rape and shit. And that bitch got mad because he didn't want to fucking have a relationship with her because he was married. You know what I'm saying? She felt like she got burned because she let him hit it, yo. That's all that was. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Tupac, yo. They tried to get him on that shit too. No, did he? But I didn't think it was for that. Yeah, I feel you, yo. If he did it, you know what I mean. But nowadays, man, you can get fucking you can get caught pissing in public and have to register as a sex offender. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
Indecent exposure, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can't fucking be like, oh, this dude's a piece of shit because you got that on your record, yo. That's my thinking, but you know what I mean?
Mm-mm. What was it? System of the Down. I know it's a fucking heavy metal band and shit, but toward the end of their career, they got extremely political, and in multiple songs they pointed out, that the media is controlling us between certain hours. You know what I mean? He's like 9 to 5. They got you running in circles from 5 to 9. You're mine. You believe what I want you to believe and shit like that. And then they had an entire song dedicated to how the prison system has become the new slavery system. How there are more prisons in the United States than there are throughout the rest of the world combined. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, them dudes ain't done nothing in years. They went on a little hiatus and never came back. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's
Because when you go in there, when you go in there, you have to learn how to survive in there because it's different
hmm
than out on the
yeah.
outside.
It's a different environment. It's a reform. Yeah. It ain't no kind of reform. Yeah. Not a rehabilitating reform. Yeah. Same thing for rehab. Like name how many people have you ever seen go to rehab? Because for a majority that I've ever seen, they don't go in and come out a better person. They go in and they come out with more contacts. They come out worse than what
Oh,
they were when they fucking went in. Because I ain't gonna lie, dude, there was several times I watched my Uncle Tommy do it. He was like, yeah, I'm running out of hookups. And once a year, motherfucker would go take his fucking vacation because he had state fucking insurance. And once a year, they would pay for him a week of rehab. So once a year, he would take his vacation in that fucking rehab and go get more contacts. Just the illusion. At least not in the American society. I saw one. I guess it was a couple of months ago. I saw about a jail in Europe. It's like an advanced prison system, and they still allow people to keep contact. They still allow them to work and live like a community. And there's like little tablets and TVs and shit all over the place. They still can work and make a normal wage. They serve their time, but they don't serve it as if, everything has been stricken from them. You know what I mean? They're still allowed to live and act like human beings. There's even a company that's making, because ever since they like made cigarettes and shit illegal in jails, there's a company that now makes vape things specifically for prisons and shit, so they can have their cigarettes and shit. And like it was a lot more. They say the turnover rate and the success rate from that prison is better than any other prison in the world, and like more than 90%. Yeah. Yes. Yes. To be civil. Yeah. Has potential. I ain't gonna say it's right, but it's got potential. Yeah. Mm-mm. No, no, look. I mean, okay, 90% of police officers are made up of football players who didn't wind up going pro. And then 90% of guards are people who couldn't become police officers and shit. So like a majority of them wind up just being people who want to have a power trip but don't actually have any kind of position of authority. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Right. Surrounded by people that if they were on the outside, they would flex the shit out of them. But then in there, they gotta, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I know one. I only know one, but that's enough. And he's a fucking crackhead too. Same thing, dude. Same one I know. Dude, same one I know. I grew up with. Matter of fact, we got arrested once together when we were 16, and this is one of the funniest shits that ever happened in my life, dude. We got busted at Blockbuster Music. Used to be a Tower Music and a Blockbuster Music right next to each other, and we'd skip school and go hit up the fucking CD shops and shit and steal CDs and shit. We did this on a regular basis. Well, one day, me and dude's name is Steven Scott, and me and Steven go in there, and I get a bunch of shit, and he, instead of getting something, he preps it for the next day. He gets the little sticker off and he hides it somewhere else. Well, he comes back the next day to get it, because I guess the first day he was spooked or some shit. He thought something was going to happen. So he come back the next day to get it. Well, they had seen him move it the day before. So they opened the packaging. They put one of the stickers on the inside, closed it back up, resealed it and shit. And so when he went to steal it and we went to leave, he had some fucking CDs on it and shit. And the alarm went off as we was going out the door. Now, I always did mine on the fly. I would just walk around kind of patting it on my leg while I was looking at other shit and I'm peeling it off and shit. And I'd wear a fucking back brace underneath my shirt and I'd be sliding them up in there. So I'd get like up to 15 CDs a day and then I'd go sell them at school and shit. And we're walking out of there and I walked out first and the alarm was fine. And then he come out right behind me and that fucking alarm went off and it stopped him. And I turned around and looked and I was like, shit, man, you know the rules, man. I gotta go. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. And he turns to that motherfucker and he goes, well, what about him? And then he goes, oh, he's right. You're with him. You might ought to stick around till the police get here. And I'm sitting there thinking, you motherfucker.
Wow.
You motherfucker. So I didn't say nothing. They still ain't caught me with nothing yet. But they got me in the back room. Cop finally shows up. And they take the CD from him. And they're sitting there giving him shit. Oh, you stealing. So I'm like getting in with him. I'm like, yeah, Steven, why you got to steal stuff? Stealing's fucked up, man. You shouldn't steal. Da, 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 da. I'm running my mouth. And the cop finally shows up, and he wasn't going to arrest me. But he was like, before I put you in the car, I got to pat you down. He starts patting me down. And he finds a CD in the back of my pants and he pulls it out and he pops me in the back of the head with it and he goes, "What the fuck?" He's like, "You sitting there running your mouth. What about this?" Bap, and he bips me in the head. I was like, "Fuck you, pig." I was like, "What about all the rest of this shit?" And I just dumped my fucking shirt out, dude. Like 11 fucking CDs falls out my shit. And he only had one set of handcuffs. So as he was taking us outside, he handcuffed me and Steven together. But when he was putting the CDs up or whatever, he put the CD that Steven stole back in his fucking backpack. So when we walked out the door, the alarm went off again. And when that alarm went off, my right hand was handcuffed to his left hand. And as soon as that alarm went off and everybody was fucking distracted, I started whooping the fuck out of Steven. Like I just hauled off and with my right hand, I'm beating the shit out of him. After like the third time I hit him, I noticed when I would hit him, his hand would hit himself. So I'd hit him and then he'd hit himself. And like the third time after that, I was like, "Why you hitting yourself? Why you hitting yourself?" Guard had to split us up, take the handcuffs off, and put us in separate shit. This was like my fifth or sixth time being arrested by that point, so I wasn't overly concerned about it. And I fell asleep in the car. Steven was spooked as fuck. He's like, I wake up and he's crying. And he's like, "Look up, man. Look up. It was no social security number." I done fell asleep in the back of the cop car. I woke up and I'm like, "Nah, fuck him. He ain't getting shit from me." I ain't telling him a goddamn thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Right, right.
Oh,
Oh shit.
yeah, he's gonna get fucked up. The councils.
Downtown's neutral, dog. What the fuck's wrong with him? Yeah, yeah, I know, but downtown is neutral, dog. Oh yeah. Once you say one story, you have to stick to it, dog.
Yeah, you change that shit and you're fucked.
Once you fucking slip up and say something different, that's when they be like, they get you, they think you
Testimony's
lying.
inconsistent. Yeah.
Yeah, inconsistent. Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing with them asking you questions over and over and over and drilling it every time. No matter what you go in for, they will do it shit over and over and over. And that's what it's all about. Trying to create inconsistencies. They'll try to they'll try to trick you and repeat the same story but change two or three details trying to get you to slide. Oh yeah. They'll come in there, they're allowed to. Yeah, they'll say, "Oh, such and such already said something and they told you, they said you this." And man, well, see, I was poor, man. I didn't fucking have no money back then. I ran away a lot and I didn't have no fucking cash. I don't know. I don't know. Shit was too easy. Yeah, it was too fucking easy. Actually, there was like a whole little slew of shops we used to hit. There was a Tower Music, a Blockbuster Music, this place called Stone Mountain. So like hippie stuff and posters and paraphernalia and shit. And there was a comic shop up the street. We'd hit the whole fucking set in one day and then just clip what we could. I'd take them back to school the next day to fucking sell them. The only fucking reason I went to school was to fucking sell whatever I could. Fucking lunch. I'd hit all 4 lunches and try to sell everything I had my fucking hands on. Because I was a runaway a lot, so I didn't have no fucking food. I was always fucking looking for some kind of angle. I hit a couple of houses, but I didn't like hitting houses, man. That shit bothered me. I didn't like the idea like I was taking from somebody. Corporation didn't bother me so much, but fucking people, that bothered me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was me. That sounds familiar. Oh yeah. Just rush in because they can't catch y'all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We used to do it a little different, yo. We used to fucking call the pizza shop, give him a fake address, like, a few doors down, and when he came, we would fucking go into the car while he was at the door, like, ringing the bell or whatever in the building. We would go into the car and take whatever else deliveries he had in there. Because in the projects, yo, you know how they had the townhouse apartments, but then they had like the buildings with the elevators that you got to go up. We would give him an address in one of those buildings, yo, so he had to go inside and go up the elevator to knock on the door and all that. Yep. And if the doors was locked, yo, we hit that shit with a broken spark plug.
Mm-hmm.
And take all the fucking deliveries, yo, and run back to my crib, yo, because we had at my crib, yo, you know what I'm saying, you know how some of the apartments in the projects had like those patios where it was like a brick wall that was mad tall and shit, and you can't see. Yeah, so we would go back to my crib because we had one of those, yo, and we'd just jump and go in my little backyard, my front yard or whatever, and eat that shit. And then we used to fucking. I never did
Yeah,
that
I
either.
never did that either.
Old people and shit.
Nah.
Yeah, we never did nothing like that. We used to do smart shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to, like another thing we used to do. We used to take a piece of tape and put it on like a $5 or $10 bill. And you know what I'm saying, have it mad long, and then we would go to the fucking laundromats and put it in the change machines, and then yank the bill back out, and it still gives you the change, and you still got the bill. So we used to do that shit, and we used to put that shit in just over and over again, pulling it out, put it in, pull it out, and walking back to the projects with mad, like, fucking 10 pounds of fucking change in your pockets, dog, like, all bulging and shit. Like, yo, we used to hit, we used to hit up all the laundromats in the area, yo. You know what I'm saying? Then when motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, it's running low or whatever, yo, we would put fucking nickels on the train, on the trolley tracks. Cause we right across the street from the green line and shit, the trolley and shit. So we used to put fucking nickels on the train tracks, right? And wait for the train to go over it. And what they'll do is they'll flatten them out. And then we'll go to and then we'll go play video games with nickels, dog. Yeah, me and Jay used to do it, dog. That's what I'm saying, yo. Me, Jay, the whole crew, yo. We used to do that shit. Yeah. Yup. Yeah, because in Brighton, yo, the train is right on the street, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no stations. The stations are like just little like platforms down the. You know what I mean? They wasn't even raised or nothing, yo. They're just like instead of it being like a sidewalk paved with cement, it was a sidewalk paved with fucking blacktop. You know what I mean? With a yellow line and shit. Yeah, we used to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We used to fucking go up to Cleveland Circle and sneak in the movies and shit. Yeah. One person go in, yo, and open the door into one of the back doors, and you just go up in there and stay up in there all day watching all the fucking movies and shit. Huh. Shit, I was buying liquor at 14, dog. Down the hill, yo. Fucking the liquor store down the hill. I went down there one day with my brother, yo, and my brother was like, "Yo, Joe, this is my little brother, yo. When he come in here, hook him up." He was like, "All right," because they were scared of fucking AP, yo. And then fucking I would go in there and shit, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, hook him up." You know what I'm saying? One day I went in there and he wasn't the boss, yo. But one day I went in there and the boss was there, yo, and he was like, "Yo, I can't serve you, yo. My boss is here," like that. And then the boss like kind of overheard us and shit talking, yo, and he was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "Oh no, this is Derek's brother." He was like, "Oh, this is Derek's brother. Give him what he wants." Yo, they was scared of my brother, dog. Yeah, they was straight shook of my brother, dog. Hell no, yo. You win some money, you better not tell nobody.
Mm-mm.
Not even family, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like if I ever hit big like that, I won't tell nobody, but I'll, you know what I'm saying? I'll be look out for my peeps though. You know what I mean? On the low. And people be like, "Oh man, I'm kind of struggling." "Oh man, I'll help you out, man." You know, shit like that. But I ain't gonna be like, "Yo, I just hit for this," and I just be
Mm-mm.
giving motherfuckers money, dog.
Nah, he good.
Nah.
He said, "Well, act like you're not."
Yo, the show fucking exposing his boy and shit. What kind of shit is that? Move. Wow, see, man, that's why you don't. and got himself robbed. Right. Right. 96 grand, dog.
Excuse me. Well, that's good to know. The water glitch in Minecraft still works. Excuse me. You was muted or something. You must have been muted. Mm, the praying part.
Yeah, the pray part at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Documents. Right. But I mean, you can find out though. You know, what I'm saying what's the name of the lab? Yeah, look the lab up and see if it actually exists.
Look, you can tell the difference between when a bee has honey and when he doesn't. Look at his butt. When he ain't got nothing, it's clean. When he's got honey on him, it's dirty. Yeah, in fucking Minecraft, they had bees about a month or two back, and I never noticed it until just now. I saw two bees, and one of them had a dirty ass, and the other one didn't. And the one with the dirty ass had honey on him. Yeah, that's right. 39 years old and spend my days looking at bee butt. I'd rather bee butt than V-Bucks, so no, nobody. Fortnite joke. Oh shit.
How did that bounce off like that? That bullshit.
Hmm?
Doing this trial shit.
You going? Huh?
What is first one? You ain't going outside, bro. Turn around your shit. We'll get rid of the ones you got.